and thank you for joining us for another one of Mike and Billy's Whiskey Reviews.
Guess who I am?
That's Billy.
Who's this guy? Mike!
And today we bring you the Glenmorangie, 18-year-old extremely rare.
Right off the bat. Look at that packaging. Are you kidding me?
Smart packaging. It's cardboard, but it looks nice.
Cardboard's degradable, biodegradable, you know what I'm saying? I like that. Earth friendly.
This is actually a brown package as opposed to the gold package they used to have. A little bit different. So Glenmorangie 18-year-old extremely rare.
Yeah.
Yes, 43% ABV. Now it says extremely rare, but I got to tell you, I can find this in literally 25 different liquor stores in Columbus, Ohio, and 40 bars. So how rare is it?
Not that fucking rare.
Not that rare.
You put rare on it, you can sell it for more.
So Billy,
like our rare t-shirts. Established 1843, by the way, folks.
Yes, and this is a North Highland single malt Scotch whiskey.
Wait. Perfected by the 16 men of Tain.
Those are the 16 people that actually run the distillery, from what I've heard.
Oh.
So about 16 people is what it takes to run the distillery, I'm guessing. And
Look at that beauty.
Yeah. Really nice bottle, really
I hope
nice
we don't
packaging.
screw this up. I hope we don't screw this up.
If we do, we do.
We're good at screwing it up.
So really nice bottle, really nice packaging. The Glenmorangie 18-year-old extremely rare is made in an interesting way. If you watch any of our other videos, we've done a few Glenmorangies. I believe this is our 5th one. And they're known for a light spirit. They have the tallest stills, tallest, most narrow stills of any place in Scotland.
Does it make it different?
It makes it a lighter spirit.
Oh.
Only the lightest spirit makes it up the top of it.
Interesting.
But to tell you a little bit specifically about this 18-year-old, it is essentially ex-bourbon matured, all of it for 15 years. Okay. And then they take a portion of those whiskeys. I've heard anywhere from 25 to 33% of the barrels. So, for instance, if there's 100 barrels...
That's a third.
Yeah,
a quarter to a third.
A quarter to a third of the barrels then after 15 years, get put into Oloroso sherry casks. And then they finish for 3 years maturing in Oloroso sherry casks. And then the other whiskeys that have just stayed in bourbon barrels for 18 years old, they marry those two back together. And then they come up with this fine single malt. Oh. Now this is a relatively...
it sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's a good whiskey. And this is a relatively good whiskey for the money. This is roughly $108, and it's been that way for probably the last 3 or 4 years.
Lagavulin for us is about 96, which is our favorite. So
yeah,
that's right. It's
108.
in there.
But it's 2 years older.
Yep.
And it's from a pretty famous distillery that I know sells a lot of whiskey. So let's get to it, Bill. First of all, let's get to this color.
The color is so light.
Yes. I like the card that I did last week, and I felt like you could distinguish, so I'm going to go with a slightly smaller one.
It's a really pretty... It's almost like a silvery gold. I don't even know how to describe that color.
It's a light gold. It's like a gold with silver dust in it.
Oh man, it's really pretty. It's a pretty color. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's swirl
I wish I could
around
tattoo that on somebody.
Let's swirl around one time, see what kind of legs she got on her. Slow to come down.
Yeah, very, very slow. Oily.
Oh yeah, it's an oily look to it. But now they're starting to come. It's typical of a heavily Oloroso sherried whiskey. Although this isn't incredibly sherried looking as far as the color.
Very, very slow.
Very slow.
Very, very slow.
That's a good sign. I think it's an oily one.
Okay, so this is Mike's bottle. This is not my bottle. Mike's drank quite a bit of this. This is a first for me, and I'm excited.
Yes. Yes. All right, so what are you getting on the nose, Bill?
Oh, it's like spring.
I'm getting citrus.
It's very light. Oh, it's citrusy for sure.
Orange, maybe grapefruit.
There's a bitter thing. Maybe that's the grapefruit coming through.
It's we've done some like tropical fruit whiskeys lately.
Extremely fresh, like a red appley. There's like that crispness. Oh.
Orange, grapefruit, and lemon. A mixture of those three.
Wow.
Floral.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir.
You get a lot of citrus. You get a lot of orange.
Oh my goodness. But to me, I just get a freshness. I just get a really nice freshness.
It does smell fresh, which it's an 18-year-old whiskey. So a whiskey has spent 2 decades essentially aging.
Right.
That's something that's not easy to pull off.
It's clean and it's crisp and it's clear. And
it is crisp and clear.
Wow, that is wonderful.
And almost a
Raven, you want to smell this?
No.
She's being a hater today.
Almost a creamy characteristic to it.
There is.
You know, maybe I've had too many.
Maybe it's caramel.
Maybe it has a creaminess on the nose. That's typical of Glenmorangie, though.
How do you think they get that?
Probably.
You know what would be interesting if we did a study and found out what Scotch people get what barrels exactly,
Sure.
from where and who. You know what I mean?
I think some of it's a closely guarded secret, but some of it I think we could research.
I'm sure it is closely guarded.
But I know they make a lot of, they roast a lot of their own malt, and they grow a lot of their own malt on site, because this is a North Highland distillery. I think it's one of the most northern distilleries in the Highlands. So even higher than Speyside,
Yeah.
North Highlands.
Wow. Okay. Mike, I can't wait.
Let's go in for a little sip, and let's save some for a little bit of water.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Creamy. Caramel.
Little sting.
A little butterscotch. Almost like a Glenfarclas 17. Not as quite as butterscotch as Glenfarclas 17, but
Ooh,
it's there.
Butterscotch is a great description.
Butterscotch, light caramel, a little bit of vanilla.
Definitely feeling the vanilla.
But you see the creaminess of it? It's a creamy malt.
Dude, it's so, and my tongue and my palate feel like
It's a little tingly.
smooth and oily and
It is mouth coating. For a whiskey, it's 43% ABV isn't overpowering. It's fruity on the nose, fruity and fresh, and on the palate it is oily.
And I still get that crisp, clean, like oh my god.
See, on the palate it's more tangerine than I would say orange. But I also do get like a lemon characteristic to it.
There's a
lemon
sour
lime.
bit. There's a sour bit.
A bit
Yeah,
sour.
yeah.
A bit sour, yes. I would agree with that.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah. I always had this on my bar. I believe this is my fifth Glenmorangie 18-year-old, extremely rare. I've recently replaced it on my bar with the Signet. I think it's a better whiskey, albeit twice as expensive. Yeah. Yes. Albeit twice as expensive.
Raven will put a link right here to the Signet.
Thoughtful.
No, she won't.
This is a whiskey that is fairly readily available and easier to get than the Signet is. But I will say, in my opinion, the Signet
What's
is
the price difference there?
about twice. 108, Signet's 200.
Okay.
So at least here in Columbus, Ohio, in Q2 of it's Q3. It's Q3. Q3 of 2017. This retails for about 108, readily available. The Signet's around 200. That's including tax. So I mean, it's a good whiskey. It's a good price point for an 18-year-old whiskey.
Yeah.
I remember the first couple of bottles I had this, I was really kind of blown away.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good. And I'm gonna tell you, if you were fans of mixing a couple of whiskeys in a night, I will say this, in a weird, I found it in a weird way, but for some reason, if you have a dram or two of a Highland Park 18.
Delicious. We killed a bottle one day, by the way.
Absolutely. And we brought it to you in earlier, Whiskey Review 18, I believe. Well, not 18, but earlier reviews. But if you take a dram or two of a Highland Park 18, and then have a drink of this 18-year-old Glenmorangie, extremely rare, a creamy subtleness comes out, like a white vanilla type honey kind of comes out in this whiskey that I can't get it to come out any other way. Unless I have just a little bit of Highland Park 18. I don't know why.
I'll tell you what, YouTube. I'll buy a bottle of Highland Park 18.
Mm-hmm.
You buy a bottle of this.
And let's
do that. Review it.
We'll do the double dip. Let's do the double dip.
Yeah, let's actually do it.
We can do that one time.
Fuck it.
That sounds good. Okay, so we had a little bit of water to this, and it gave it a little bit of time to sit down. Because this is a whiskey, I will say this is a whiskey that benefits from time in the glass opening up. There are a lot of whiskeys that are like that. Lagavulin, they're such a dense whiskey that you need to give it a time. Even though there's a lot of air in this bottle, you still need to give it a little bit of time in the glass to really open up, but hopefully the water helped.
As soon as I smelled that caramel, just poof.
Oh, you know what? It's so more obvious.
Yeah.
The sweetness, it unleashed the sweetness. And it's not a hardcore caramel. It's a very light,
very soft,
airy. airy caramel. Almost like you didn't put in your mouth, it was just being made.
It's like when your girlfriend is leaving early and you're still sleeping, and she gives you that super little soft kiss just right here.
It's like a puff.
So soft.
It's delicate.
Man,
it's delicate.
Yeah, there's the word. Delicate. Yes, that is the word.
It's a delicate caramel.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
And delicate butterscotch.
Hint, it really softened up all that citrusy.
You know something you have said a lot, and it actually applies to this whiskey more than any other whiskey you've ever said?
What's that?
Werther's Original.
Yes.
Yes. You said that so many times. You use that analogy of Werther's Original.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, but
it's
this
that creamy,
really is
vanilla, toffee,
vanilla, caramel, toffee, butterscotch. A light version of it. And actually, what water really did, this is 43% ABV, and it's not like punch in the face kind of whiskey.
Right.
It's a light whiskey by nature.
Yeah.
I will say though, water really adds to this.
I think I haven't tasted it yet, but as far as smell,
without
you know
question.
What I'm saying? As far as oral factories, this is delicious.
All right, let's dive in again.
I just want to splash a little on my neck and
It
go talk to
does.
the girl at the bar.
It does smell like there's a cologne-y.
No, I'm not
not a musky one, but almost like a soft leather smell to it.
Right, like I
Like leather
literally.
cleaner.
My dad used to, when he would go to the prom or the dances at school or whatever, he'd put a little gasoline right here, so girls knew he had a car. You know what I'm saying?
It was easy back.
I want to like dip my finger in here and just be like, "Come on, girl, you smell that deliciousness?"
So they know you're an alcoholic?
Was that in Kentucky?
You're an alcoholic, Raven. I hate you, Dad.
Okay. Anyway, let's take this next step.
Wow. I don't normally say this. I think the water made it better.
If you like sweetness and caramel, it certainly made it better.
This is not a peaty whiskey at all.
Oh, no,
Smoky,
no,
oaky,
no,
nothing.
no,
This
no.
is a very delicious sherry cask whiskey.
Well, just a portion sherry cask finish.
Right. But you really, wow.
Yeah. No, I know. Now, with the water, I'm picking up more vanilla and a little bit of spiciness on the end.
Yeah, at the end, there's a finish that's just delicious.
A little spicy, maybe a little bit of clove, definitely.
Yep.
Not anything spicy, say cinnamon. Nothing
No,
that's strong.
not like a hot spice.
Clove, maybe a little not even all. I think it's in clove.
Clove is definitely.
But the spices are definitely here. Maybe a little bit of dark chocolate at the end. Just a tad.
I'm not getting that at all. I'm getting like
A slight tannin, maybe. Nothing like that. I don't know.
I'm not getting that at all. I'm not getting that at all.
I'm searching here. Maybe I'm tricking myself.
You know what I would like to? I would like to try this. Sit on my porch with one tiny ice cube. I would like to try that. I want to see what that's like. This is fantastic with the water. It's fantastic before.
The water adds to it. Some whiskeys are better with water.
Dude, I'm going to throw it out there. Are you even ready for this? I'm going to throw it out. Hit the like button right now. Hit the like button.
Cost you nothing.
$0.00. 89.
88. Close. Yeah, I'm at 88 out of 100.
I like
a good whiskey.
I want this at my house.
A good whiskey, a reasonable price, a nice You know what? If you have a birthday, for instance, it's one of my older sister's birthday yesterday. So I sent her a card and everything, but it got me thinking about gifts and birthdays. So if you have a birthday, this makes a very nice gift. For one, it's not incredibly expensive. Number two, it's a nice packaging, nice box, and I gotta tell you, you wrap something like this up, easy to put a bow on.
Oh yeah.
And it looks really nice. And any Scotch lover would like this. Now, I would call this a very good Scotch for a beginner who just wants to take on maybe some different things. Now, if you're a seasoned Scotch aficionado,
aficionado.
this isn't going to blow you away one way or another. But it's a nice in-between, medium, down the middle of the road. If you like fruits, if you like
Mike, I'll tell you
floral.
this. I'll tell you this. You're getting a little in depth. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna buy a bottle of this.
It's a good whiskey.
I'm gonna buy a bottle of this. This is no joke.
It's good whiskey.
This is good. This is good.
It's a good whiskey.
Yeah.
So you're an 89. I'm an 80.
I'm absolutely at 89.
As always, we want to thank you for joining us for another one of Mike and Billy's whiskey
Mike
reviews.
and Billy.
get a part of the conversation. If you comment, I will absolutely respond to you. Give us a like, subscribe if you want to see a few more videos, and as always, happy drinking.
I got distracted. Our friend Laura showed up and she's really sexy.